بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله. Inshallah, today we are still on lesson number 3, right? But alhamdulillah, this will be the last lesson, inshallah. As I said previously, the lesson was a very long lesson. Okay, one of the longest lessons in this book. Okay, but as I said, we'll just finish it today. Then we'll go to lesson number 4 in the next lesson. So I think we stop at this place, right? We stopped here where we had an assignment to look at. So they were saying that Ashir ila asma il atiyah. Okay, باسم إشارة للبعيد ذلك تلك وأولئك. So أشر إلى الأسماء الآتية. So you are going to point to the following asma, okay, nouns. So they have given you some nouns here, as you can see them. They want you to point. So if you are demonstrating these nouns, they want you to come with a demonstrative pronoun to point to these nouns. Yani al-munasiba, a suitable one, not just any one. So they have given you into brackets here lil ba'id. So all these are for ba'id. So they are giving you into brackets here. Zalika tilka wa ulaika. So you are going to pick one. It's just like we are picking and you are fixing to point to these nouns, which that is suitable, not just any. So you have to check the most suitable one and put it there. So if we have here, okay, talibun. So which one will be suitable to fit here? Okay, zalika, right? So zalika talibun. Then the second one, tujarun. Okay, so use ulaika tujarun. I hope you know why we are choosing each. Okay, zalika is for all these are for ba'id. As you can see, zalika means that. Tilka also that, but for feminine. Then ulaika means those. Ulaika is the plural of zalika and then what? And then tilka. I hope that is clear. Okay. So the third one here, mudarris, yani mudarrisatun. Which one should we use? Ulaika, mudarrisatun. Okay. Ulaika is used for both masculine and feminine, plural at far away. Okay. We have the fourth one here. Okay. The noun here is tabibatun jadidatun. So you use tilka, of course. You can use zalika. Use tilka, tabibatun jadidatun. Then we have the fifth one here. We are not giving meanings because all the nouns here we have came across them several times. Okay. We are familiar with it, so there's no need to. But if there's any confusion, you can draw our attention and we'll clarify for you, inshallah. So have here ummahatu talibati. Okay, so what will be here? Of course, we know this is plural. Ummun, the mother. Ummahatun, mothers. Okay, at-talibat. Mudof ilay, mothers of the students, female students, talibat. Okay, so use ulaika here, because it's plural. You can use zalika or tilka here. Then we have here aba'ut tullab, of course, this is also plural. Fathers of the male students. Okay, so what do you use? Use ulaika aba'ut tullab. Okay, then we have here fallahun. So use zalika fallahun, right? Zalika fallahun. Then we have here Muhammadin, Muhammad's mother. So use what? Tilka Muhammadin. Tilka Muhammadin, right? Tilka Muhammadin. Then we have here Sadiqi. So use zalika Sadiqi, right? Now we have here akhawati. You know this is plural. I hope you are aware. Akhawati is the plural of ukhtun, sister. Akhawatun, sisters. So akhawati, my sisters. So use ulaika akhawati. These are my sisters, right? Then ikhwati. Okay. Ikhwati. Ikhwati is a plural of what's the name? Akhun, my brother. Okay. I'm Muslim, akhul, Muslim, right? And even this one, ikhwatun, that's the plural. It comes in the Quran where Allah Azza wa Jal says, Innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun. Okay. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwatun. So that is the plural of akhun, ikhwatun. So ikhwati, my brothers. So use ulaika ikhwati. Okay, those are my brothers. You are pointing to some brothers somewhere. You are saying they are my brothers. Okay. Okay. I hope you can see here. So they say hati jama' al-kalimat al-atiyah. Okay, hati, bring or come with. Okay, they just want you to write. Okay, produce jama' al-kalimat al-atiyah, the plurals of the following words. Okay, bring meaning write the plural of the following words. Okay, so ummun, what is the plural of ummun? Ummahatun, we have just seen it. Then abun, aba'u, okay, aba'u. Imra'atun, ma jam'u imra'atun, what is the plural of imra'atun? Nisa, okay, nisa, okay, nisa. So we have a surah, so that is yes the same word, nisa, woman, the plural of imra'atun, one woman. Okay, then we have ammatun. Okay, ammatun. What's the plural? Ammatun. Okay, ammatun. So it comes a lot in the Quran, like Surah An-Nur. Okay, in other places in the Quran you see it a lot. Ammatun is the plural. Okay. Then we have da'ifun. Mama da'ifun. Da'ifun is weak. And the plural is what? Da'afun. Okay. Da'afun is just going to be an extension of here. Yes, it's just going to be the same word, but something will just be added here like this. Okay, then here will now be kesra. So they are fun. Okay, same origin. Okay, so that's the plural of da'ifun. Please don't confuse this with da'ifun. I know some students who used to confuse it a lot. Okay, they have been confusing them. This one is da'ifun, weak. Okay, so have wazirun. Okay, wazirun, as you can see here, wazirun. Wazirun is a minister, right? So the plural is what? Uzara'u. With this one taking dhamma. Uzara'u. Okay. Now have ismun. The plural is what? Asma'u. Okay, asma'u. So we have looked at asma'ul ishara, asma'ul mawsula, asma'ul kaza, asma'ul kaza. We have looked at a lot of asma previously. So that's just the plural of ism. Okay. And we have here Iqra waqtub. Okay, read and write. Right. Asdiqa'u means what? Friends. Okay. The plural of what? Sadiqun. Agniya'u. The plural of what? Ganiyun. Okay. Rich person. Aqwiya'u is the plural of what? Qawiyun. Strong. Okay. Aqwiya'u. Atibba'u is the plural of what? Tabibun. The doctor, right? Fuqara'u. Okay, fuqara'u is the plural of what? Fakirun, a poor person. Okay. Now we have zumala'u, the plural of what? Zamilun. So you see wazara'u, that was the plural of this one. Wazirun, a minister. So the plural of what? Wazara'u. Now we have ulama'u. Okay, is the plural of what? Alimun. Okay, a learned person, someone who knows a lot. So Temasan, alim. Okay, has the same origin of ilm. So he has a lot of ilm, a lot of knowledge, right? So call him alim. And the plural is ulama. Okay. So let's continue from here. Hope you can see Asma'ul Ishara lil Ba'id. So that's just what we have done. They are trying to finalize it. Okay, Al-Mufrad, and then we have Al-Jamu. What we just want here is that, you see, we have Zalika and then Tilka. Okay, Zalika and Tilka. Their plural is Ulaika. That's their plural. Their plural is what? Ulaika. This one. So Zalika, Ulaika. Tilka, Ulaika. I hope that is clear. So they have the same plural. Zalika and Tilka, they both use the same plural, and that is Ulaika. I hope that is clear. Far away. Okay, so that's just what they are trying to describe. So they say here, Zalika talibun. That is a student, far away. Okay, so mufrad when it is singular. But if they have several students, male, we are talking about male, muzakkar for here. This line, we are talking about masculine. When it is singular, Zalika. So Zalika talibun, that is a male student. But if they are plural, several male students, so jam'u, now say ulaika tullabun. Okay, those are male students, far away. The same way now, if you are dealing with feminine, use tilka. Okay, so tilka talibatun, that is a female student, far away. So instead of Zalika, that is use tilka, far away. All for lil ba'id. We are talking about ba'id, lil ba'id. Okay, now if it is far away, ulaika, you still use ulaika. So ulaika is used for both Zalika and tilka. That's the plural of both Zalika and tilka. Okay, hope that is clear. So that is it. And then here, now we also learned about something small about nouns, right? So muzakkar and the mu'annas. We looked at zahaba. Okay, just an example. We haven't studied conjugation of verbs, but we just look at something small. The first one is zahaba. Okay, zahaba means he went. One, just one. Okay, mufrad. Lil muzakkar, mufrad lil muzakkar, singular masculine. Okay. Right now, if they are plural, if there are several of them, I told you that you just have to add what we call the wawul jamu. Okay, we have to add wawul jamu. Zahaba means he went, but if I want to say they went, okay, what I'll do is that I'll add waw and then alif. Okay, so this waw is called wawul jamu. Waw for plural. So zahaba, he went. Zahabu, they went. Jalasa, he sat. Jalasu, they sat. Kharaja, he left. Kharaju, they left. Qama, he stood up. Qamu, they stood up. Okay, qa'ada, he sat, anticipating for something. Qa'adu, they sat. Okay, so that is how plural is formed for verbs in Arabic language. Adding this one, this waw al-jamu, and then the alif at the end. Okay, so take note of it. Now, if we come to the fifth, that is only for masculine. Let me clarify something. This is only for masculine. Okay, right now, if what we are referring to is feminine. Okay, here it was Muhammad. And then Muhammad and his friends were Hamidun wa Aliyun. There are several of them. So that we added the waw jam. Right now, if you are talking about feminine, I told you that we add taw. Okay. So for example, Zahaba. It will now be Zahabat. I hope you can see this taw. Zahabat. He went. She went. Okay. So Jalasa, he sat. Jalasat, she sat, not he sat. Okay. Qama, he stood up. Qamat, she stood up. So when you are referring to she, you have to add this taw. We call it taw at-ta'nis. Okay, taw at-ta'nis. I hope that is clear. So this taw is added to signify, to separate, to differentiate that what you are referring to is feminine. But in English, we don't have that. English, we say he went, she went. The same verb. Okay. Okay, she came, he came. Okay, she cried, he cried. The same verb. But in Arabic, it's also, even if you just mention one verb, one word, I'll be able to identify whether you are talking about. Assume you just say zahaba. I know what you are talking about is, who you are talking about is a male. The person is a male. Because if it were to be feminine, you say zahabat. But that's why how specific Arabic can be. One word can just say, talk about the verb, talk about the doer, give us a clue about the doer, tell us that the doer is a masculine or even their plural. Okay, zahabu. If you just mention zahabu, there's no whom zahabu. It doesn't mean they went. Like, you don't add they. But in English, you have to add they. You have to add they. But in Arabic, yes, the zahabu, they don't tell us that you are talking about something plural. Okay. So, as I said, if it is feminine, you have to add the ta for singular. But if it is plural, instead of adding the wa with jamu here, this wa with jamu is only for masculine. Let me be specific here. The wa with jamu you can see here is only for masculine. Okay, this wa with jamu is only for masculine. هذا يعني متعلقة بمذكر فقط. It's only related to masculine. Okay, but if it is feminine, what you are referring to is feminine. Instead of adding the wa with jamu, we rather add something that we call noon. Let's add this noon. Okay, so instead of zahabu, we now say zahabna. We have to add this now. This noon, we call it noon niswa. Okay, it's called noon niswa. Okay, so zahabu. Instead of saying zahabu for masculine, you say zahabna. They went. Okay, jalasna. They sat. Okay, kumna. They stood. So when feminine verbs are being used, especially in the Quran, observe that pattern. You see it coming a lot. You see the noon coming a lot. Okay, وَقُلِّ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ. Okay, and like the ayahs of the hijab. Okay, Allah told the Prophet that وَقُلِّ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ وكل أزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين. Okay, يدنين. You see that noon there, noon niswa. Okay, and the ayah of khimar. Okay, the khimar is the one that you use to cover your head, not the hijab, the khimar. Okay, so Allah says وَلْيَضْرِبْنَا. So you see that same word, that noon there, وَلْيَضْرِبْنَا. Okay, يَضْرِبْنَا. So when you just see that pattern coming with the noon niswa at the end, you know that what we have been talking about is feminine plural. Okay, so that is it. So observe it. So instead of, as I just said, when it is singular, it's just zahaba or 3-letter word. But when it is plural, I mean for masculine alone, we add the waw jamu plus alif. Right now, when it is feminine singular, we have to differentiate it from the masculine one by adding tau. Okay, now plural, instead of adding the waw and then the alif for masculine plural, we rather add this noon. Okay, but preceded before it, there should be a spoon. So zahabna, jalasna. You see spoon is there. Kumna. Okay, harajna. You see there's always spoon. Yes, so preceded by spoon, then you add the noon. This one. I hope that is clear. Okay. So that is how plural is formed. But when we go to, this is not the only lesson for that. When we go further, we will study verbs into details and we'll study how they are conjugated fully for one, for two, for dual. All this we look at the several angles. All other permutation, how all other, forms it will be, we will look at it when we get there, inshallah. So let's look at here. We have al-kalimatul jadida, right? We have al-kalimatul jadida here. Okay. When we just see the kalimatul jadida, I hope you are aware that we are getting to the end of the lesson, or we are at the end of the lesson. So we have da'ifun. The plural is da'afun. Okay. Ummun, ummahatun, abun, aba'un. Okay, da'ifatun. It's coming from da'ifun. But just add the term marbuta to signify that a weak, the person is feminine. Okay, is female. So when we are saying, for example, a weak female student, you have to use da'ifatun, not da'ifun. Da'ifun, it means a weak person, but masculine. So when you add the term marbuta, signify that we're talking about something feminine. So you see here, there's weak one here, and there's a strong person here. Okay, so the kawiyun is the strong one. Kawiyun, strong. Okay, akwiya'u is the plural. Akwiya'u. Okay. Alimun. Alimun. Okay, the learned person. Ulama'u. Okay. Ulama'u is the plural. I hope that is clear. So inshallah, this is the end of the lesson. If there is any question, you can draw our attention, they will clarify for you, inshallah. We'll continue in the next lesson. That will be the lesson number 4, inshallah. So let's stop here and then we'll continue later on. So jazakumullahu khairan fi hayatikum wa barakallahu li wa lakum fi Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikr al-Hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.